Amelia, a brilliant architect, thrived on the organized chaos of her blueprints and deadlines. Her life, however, was a meticulously constructed facade, masking a silent battle with agoraphobia. The open world, with its unpredictable crowds and vast spaces, was her personal Everest. Every morning, the journey from her sleek apartment to her high-rise office was an act of sheer will, a triumph over the creeping panic that threatened to engulf her. Her sanctuary was her work, and her closest confidant, her colleague Mark, was the only one who truly understood the invisible chains that bound her. He'd cover for her when a client meeting unexpectedly moved off-site, always offering a comforting smile and a quiet word of encouragement. Their shared projects were a testament to their seamless collaboration, and Amelia found solace in his unwavering support. The pinnacle of her career arrived in the form of the city's new ecological park project, a sprawling, ambitious undertaking that promised to transform the urban landscape. It was her brainchild, her passion project, and it demanded more of her than anything before. She pushed her limits, even venturing out for site visits, each one a small, terrifying victory. Then came the betrayal. An anonymous tip-off to her firm's partners exposed her condition, painting her as a liability, unreliable, and unfit for the high-pressure demands of the park project. The accusations were amplified by manipulated emails and doctored reports, all pointing to Amelia's supposed inability to handle the project's scale. The evidence was damning, crafted with a precision that chilled her to the bone. Her world, already so carefully contained, began to crumble. The firm, fearing a public relations nightmare, subtly sidelined her. Mark, her supposed ally, grew distant, his once reassuring presence replaced by an unnerving evasiveness. One day, she overheard a hushed conversation, a snippet of Mark bragging about securing the lead architect position on the park project, subtly hinting at unforeseen circumstances that had opened up the opportunity. The pieces clicked into place, a bitter mosaic of calculated deceit. Mark hadn't been her friend, he had orchestrated her downfall, using her vulnerability as a stepping stone. Crushed and publicly humiliated, Amelia retreated into the confines of her apartment, the agoraphobia tightening its grip, turning her sanctuary into a cage. The city lights, once a symbol of her ambition, now mocked her through the window. Days bled into weeks, filled with despair and the gnawing ache of betrayal. One particularly dark evening, a package arrived. It was from an anonymous sender, containing a weather journal and a single, cryptic note: read about Alara. The journal belonged to her great-grandmother, a woman Amelia had only known through faded photographs. As she read, a forgotten world unfolded. Alara, too, had battled agoraphobia, finding solace and a profound connection to nature through urban gardening. The journal detailed Alara's ingenious methods of cultivating vibrant green spaces within her tiny city apartment, transforming balconies and rooftops into flourishing oases. Inspired by Alara's resilience, a spark ignited within Amelia. She started small, transforming her balcony into a riot of herbs and edible flowers. The feel of soil between her fingers, the scent of damp earth, and the quiet miracle of growth became her therapy. She delved into sustainable urban farming, discovering a global community of individuals transforming concrete jungles into green havens. An unexpected email landed in her inbox. It was from a small, innovative startup specializing in vertical hydroponic farms for urban spaces. They had seen her earlier, visionary designs for the ecological park, before her public downfall, and were deeply impressed by her understanding of sustainable urban integration. They were looking for a lead architect and designer, someone with a fresh perspective and a deep commitment to environmental design. The role wasn't in a towering office building, but in a dynamic, collaborative warehouse space, where the focus was on hands-on creation and community engagement. Crucially, client meetings were often held virtually or within their controlled, inspiring environment. IT was a chance to rebuild, not just her career, but herself. Amelia took the lead. She thrived in the startup's vibrant atmosphere, her agoraphobia gradually loosening its hold as she found purpose in creating accessible, green spaces for everyone. Her designs for the vertical farms were revolutionary, blending aesthetics with high-yield sustainability. She wasn't just building structures, she was cultivating life, fostering community, and contributing to a greener future. Months later, at the grand unveiling of her first completed urban farm project, a vibrant, multi-story structure nestled in the heart of the city, Amelia stood tall, not on a towering stage, but amidst the verdant rows of produce. The air hummed with the joyful buzz of people harvesting fresh vegetables, children marveling at the living walls, and the quiet satisfaction of a community reclaiming its urban landscape. She saw Mark in the crowd, a fleeting shadow of his former self, looking up at the thriving green structure that silently dwarfed his conventional park project. A quiet smile touched her lips. She hadn't just overcome her condition, she had transformed her life, finding an unexpected path to fulfillment. Proving that even from the deepest betrayal, extraordinary growth could bloom.